David, let's start off by talking about how you got your start in the oil and gas industry.
I'm a lawyer, so when I graduated from law school, I went to work for a law firm, and the partner for whom I worked told me that it wouldn't matter if I billed 1 hour from the beginning when I started until the end of my sort of stump year. And so I ended up in Lavaca County, Texas, running title and taking leases.
Talk to us a little bit more about the path once you started doing that to get to where you are today.
Well, I took to it like a fish in water, actually. I really did love it. It was like, to me, a story where you pieced it together bit by bit and then went and met the characters. Naturally sort of flowed to transactions, and so that's what I do. Oil and gas transactions, no litigation. If I see the inside of a courtroom, somebody messed up, probably me. I ended up doing transactions outside of the United States, working a lot in West Africa and Romania, Vietnam, and Mexico, in-house. Ended up coming back. Now I do a good mix of both U.S. and non-U.S. transactions.
David, can you pinpoint any risk or challenge that you faced in your career and were able to overcome?
Well, I was an in-house lawyer, and I learned how different it can be being at a company versus being at a law firm, having that level of freedom, coupled with the downside, the level of work that you have to do at a law firm at any sort of hour of the day and night. In my role as an in-house lawyer, I just dealing with the personalities that you have to deal with, living with the sort of success or failure of the business, and going wherever that business requires, including some interesting places in West Africa, from West Africa to the south of France, and then back to Houston. For me, was both challenging and actually rewarding as well. It's not exactly like a mountain to climb, but as a general sort of takeaway of the process of being in the industry, I found that to be both challenging, very interesting, and rewarding.
Do you have any advice for younger professionals, knowing what you know now and getting to the point that you are, maybe advice for them trying to find their place in their careers?
Pack in as much experience as you possibly can to the shortest amount of time possible. You really, once you have that level of experience, it gets to be a lot of fun. There's sort of a flair you develop for it. In that, and if you're a fan of the movie Roadhouse with Patrick Swayze, just be nice. Be nice until it's time to not be nice, and eventually you kind of learn where that line is.
I like that. Good advice there. Can you talk to us about any technology that you see, in the industry, or do you see anything really that role that technology plays in the evolving, maybe whether it be clients or anywhere that you see that?
With what I do, the ability to do it's changed actually radically from when I started. I think I had an actual BlackBerry, the blue kind, that didn't have a phone in it. The delivery of services from anywhere at any time. I don't think I've actually printed anything in 2 or 3 months, just working off of an iPad or like a Surface. In terms of the industry writ large, the oil and gas industry, I need not look any further back than 10 years. The unconventional space just revolutionized the world as it exists, and God only knows where we're going from here. I feel like we're on the cusp of something new. It's hard to put it into words now, but I'm very curious to see where we go. This is sort of an inflection point, I think, in this industry.
To be continued for sure, right?
To be continued for sure.
Thank you for sharing your story with us, and congratulations on this honor.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. And for more on industry leaders like David, you can find that on heartenergy.com.